Today we are going to talk about something many people feel every day. Comparing yourself to others. Many people look at other people's lives and think they are not good enough. They see someone who is richer, more successful, more beautiful, or more talented. Then they feel sad about their own life. This feeling is very common. Almost everyone experiences it at some time. But comparing yourself to others too much can hurt your confidence and your happiness. First, let us understand what comparison means. Comparison is when you look at another person and measure your life against theirs. You look at what they have, what they do, or what they achieve. Then you think about your own life and decide if you are better or worse. Sometimes comparison can help us learn. For example, you may see someone working hard and it motivates you to work harder too. But most of the time, comparison makes people feel bad about themselves. One reason people compare themselves to others is social media. Today we spend a lot of time looking at pictures and videos online. On these platforms, people usually show the best parts of their lives. They show happy moments, success, travel, or new things they bought. But they do not show their problems, their stress, or their difficult days. When we see only the good side of someone's life, we may think their life is perfect. Then we look at our own life and feel that it is not enough. Another reason people compare themselves is pressure from society. Many people believe they must reach certain goals at a certain age. They think they must have a good job, money, a house, or many achievements. When they see someone who already has these things, they start to feel behind. But the truth is that every person has a different path. Life is not a race where everyone must arrive at the same time. Comparison can also come from childhood experiences. Some people grow up in environments where they are always compared to others. For example, someone may hear sentences like, "Why are you not as good as your brother?" Or, "Look at your friend, he studies better than you." When a person hears these words many times, they may grow up believing that their value depends on being better than someone else. However, constantly comparing yourself to others can create many problems. One problem is low self-confidence. When you always look at people who seem better than you, you start to believe that you are not good enough. This belief can stop you from trying new things or chasing your goals. You may feel afraid of failing or looking weak. Another problem is stress and anxiety. When you compare yourself too much, your mind becomes busy with negative thoughts. You may think about what you do not have instead of appreciating what you already have. This kind of thinking can make your mind tired and unhappy. Comparison can also make people forget their own progress. Every person grows and improves at a different speed. When you compare your journey with someone else's journey, you may forget how far you have already come. Maybe last year you learned new skills, improved your health, or became more confident. These are real achievements. But comparison can hide them from your mind. So how can we stop comparing ourselves to others? The first step is awareness. You must notice when you start comparing yourself. When you see someone's success and feel bad about yourself, stop for a moment and recognize the feeling. Tell yourself that this is just a comparison thought. It does not define your value. The second step is to focus on your own path. Every person has different goals, different opportunities, and different challenges. Your journey is unique. Instead of looking at what others are doing, try to ask yourself simple questions. What do I want to improve in my life? What small step can I take today? When you focus on your own progress, you give your energy to growth instead of comparison. Another helpful idea is to limit the time you spend on social media. If social media makes you feel unhappy or insecure, it may be helpful to take breaks from it. Spend more time on activities that bring real value to your life, such as learning new skills, exercising, reading, or spending time with people who support you. Practicing gratitude is also powerful. Gratitude means appreciating what you already have in your life. It could be your health, your family, your friends, or the opportunities around you. When you focus on gratitude, your mind becomes calmer and more positive. Instead of thinking about what is missing, you begin to see what is already good in your life. Another important step is to celebrate your own progress. Even small improvements matter. If you learn something new, complete a task, or move closer to your goals, recognize that progress. Growth is not always fast or dramatic. Sometimes it is slow and quiet. But every step forward is meaningful. It is also helpful to remember that no one's life is perfect. Even people who seem successful or happy have struggles that others cannot see. Everyone faces challenges, doubts, and difficult moments. Understanding this truth can help you see life in a more balanced way. Instead of comparing yourself to others, try comparing yourself to your past self. Ask yourself how you have grown over time. Maybe you are stronger, wiser, or more experienced than before. This kind of comparison can motivate you in a healthy way, because it focuses on your own development. Surrounding yourself with positive people can also make a big difference. Spend time with people who support your growth and encourage you to improve. When you are around supportive people, it becomes easier to focus on your own journey instead of competing with others. Finally, remember this fact that your value as a person is not measured by how you compare to someone else. Your value comes from who you are, your character, your kindness, your effort, and your willingness to grow. Success and progress look different for everyone. Learning to stop comparing yourself to others is not something that happens in one day. It takes time and practice. There will be moments when comparison thoughts return. When that happens, simply remind yourself to return your attention to your own path. Life becomes more peaceful when you stop measuring your worth with others' lives. When you focus on your own goals, your own growth, and your own values, you create a life that is meaningful for you. So instead of asking, "Am I better than someone else?" try asking a different question: "Am I becoming better than I was yesterday?" That simple change in thinking can help you build confidence, find motivation, and move forward with greater clarity. In the end, the most important competition is not between you and other people. The real journey is between you and the person you were yesterday. When you focus on becoming a better version of yourself, you no longer need to compare. You simply continue growing, learning, and moving forward step by step.